This dialogue is from the fourth in the franchise of Die Hard. The franchise started in the 80s, and this one is in the 21st century, 2007. And for the first time, John McClane, which is Bruce Willis, who's a cop in all the films, he goes beyond one city. Normally, most of the films before were either in Los Angeles or New York or Washington, D.C. It was limited to either a building or a city. Here he goes to multiple cities in the country, that is United States of America. And the final one, he goes out of the country, he goes to Moscow. So that is the progression if you see in the Die Hard series. This was the biggest grossing ever of the Die Hard series. It came in 2007. And this time, he talks about cyber terrorism. It's almost 20 years now, and cyber terrorism has now become real. Countries which win are countries which are strong in cybersecurity. Even in battles which are supposed to be traditional. There is a rogue, he used to work for the Department of Defense. It's played by Timothy Olyphant. He plays the role of Thomas Gabriel. Thomas Gabriel has tried to tell the government that there are a lot of vulnerabilities in the system. But the government kind of showed him the door. So he decided to hit back. And he does what is known as a fire sale. Basically, the entire national infrastructure collapses. Traffic lights, airports, buses, trains, everything collapses. And he tries to siphon money off the entire financial system. So that is the plan. Now he enlists the help of some hackers in that. And once he has gotten them to program what are needed, he bumps them off one by one. But the last among them is a young boy, which is a character called Matt Farrell, played by Justin Long, who is saved by John McClane, which is Bruce Willis, because the FBI has asked him to go and pick this guy up, and he saves him in the nick of time. As he's trying to make his way back to FBI headquarters with this boy, with this hacker, he's a boy, but he's also a hacker, he gets a call from Timothy Olyphant, that is Thomas Gabriel, and he says, see, I have deleted the entire balance in your 401k account. 401k in US is the retirement account. It's like the EPF that we have here, Employees Provident Fund. So he says, I've deleted the entire balance, and I'll tell you something, you just shoot this guy, this Matt Farrell guy, and I'll give you back a lot of money, and I'll ensure your kids have nothing to worry about for the rest of their lives. And I'll also extinguish all your debt, cancel all your debt. So John McClane, that is Bruce Willis, says it's very tempting, but sorry, I'm not going to do it. And that's when Timothy Olyphant comes out with his line. He says, John, you're a Timex watch in a digital age. You're gonna lose. Now, when I first saw this film, I was like, Timex watch in a digital age? I watched it around 2007, 2008. So I said, Timex watch? Timex, see, you have to see the perspective. Timex is a company that has existed since the 1850s, I think. But it started with his watches, the analog watches in 1950s in America. And if you remember 1970s and all, digital watches had become very common. 80s they had become even more common. Now you've gone into smart watches and all, but digital watches have been common for almost 5 decades now. So Timex came into India with a collaboration with Titan somewhere in the 90s. So I think I bought my first Timex watch somewhere in the 2000s. So I'm watching a movie in 2007, I see Timex as a new brand. I see it as because I bought an Indiglo digital watch. So I was seeing it as a new company, a digital company and a digital watch company. I was like, what does this mean? John, you're a Timex watch in a digital age. That's why paradigms are so important. In the Indian paradigm, Timex was a digital watch company. It had analog watches also, but we saw it more as a digital watch company. But in the US, people were used to 1950s, 60s, 70s. I think it's only in the late 70s that Timex came out with a digital watch in US. They saw it as a analog watch company, and therefore this dialogue. And therefore this dialogue is relevant for 2 reasons. One, because of what he says. He says, you're a hardware guy. In the software world, you won't survive. That's the point he's making. But it's also relevant that I was sitting in India and wondering what's he on about. Timex is a digital watch company. So both ways this line works very well. You're a Timex watch in a digital age. This comes at 37 minutes and 50 seconds into the film. The films are like typical action films, that Die Hard films. I won't recommend the movie. But this dialogue is very, very good. It stayed with me because of the reason I told you. That I thought Timex was a new company in India. a digital watch company. And yet this guy says, John, you're a Timex watch in a digital age. An anachronism, so to say.